Hey, what's up, everybody? You're listening to Two Girls with Cancer. I'm your host, Becky.
Ashley.
And we are talking today about, well, actually, I will preface this by saying we had no idea what we were talking about today. No. Not at all.
And then I stroll in feeling like shit.
Yeah, we're like, hey, what's going on for you? You don't feel great? Okay, I think you're having a healing crisis. So today, our episode is on healing crises.
Right?
Crises?
Yep. Well, I got it all.
A Herxheimer reaction.
So honestly, I just have not been able to get up and go. I had no energy. Like nothing. Like the flu symptoms or when your body hurts and it aches and everything, you know.
I hate that when your skin hurts.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's been almost, a week and a half, I think. And so, as we all know, I usually get into bed around 6 every night. I'm not sleeping, but I'm in bed relaxing. Yeah. And the last week and a half, I will pass out by 6:30. And then I'm up again by 10, up for about an hour, and then I'm sleeping again. And it makes sense what you were saying, because I never heard about
Herxheimer.
Yeah.
Herxheimer reaction.
I've never heard about that until I showed up today. And then she got me to drink some bentonite clay.
Yeah, we'll totally go through it.
Man.
So, keep in mind that for people who have gone through serious illnesses, diseases, cancer, anytime you don't feel good, it's cancer. Right? Like, that's what you thought. She came in here feeling pretty down.
Dying.
Yeah, pretty down. And I'm not saying I'm a doctor, nor do I know.
It makes sense.
But what you're explaining to me sounds very similar to what I went through when chemo finished. And one of my friends said, it sounds like you're going through Herxheimer. And I was like, what is Herxheimer? And I Googled it and I was like, nah. So anyone who's dieted or gone on, not even just a keto diet, but it's called the keto flu, when yeast die-off starts to make you feel ill. So when you are doing keto, for example, I think people get it quite often, and that's why they call it the keto flu. But you do legit feel like you're having flu. Your joints hurt, your bones hurt, you feel nauseous. You feel nauseous, you're exhausted, you have brain fog. And that's because different toxins are dying off inside of your body, and your body's like, what do I do with it? And I know that yeast die-off is really hard in your body. Yeast doesn't want to go. That's why you crave sugar, and then you eat the sugar, and then
feeds it more.
And then they're alive. So cutting out refined sugars, a lot of crappy sugars out of your diet is really hard on you, and this is why a lot of us fail with it. This is why a cancer patient, knowing that cancer and sugar are linked, and I can't cut it. I can't get it out of my system.
It's hard.
It is such a powerful addiction.
And it's literally in everything. Everything has it, right? It's even like when something you wouldn't think it has 1 gram of sugar, you know? But thanks to Becky, I have a new naturopath doctor. And when I came in today and I told her what was happening, blah, blah, and it all makes sense because literally about 2 weeks ago, we have me on new protocols, new...
A huge new overhaul of everything. He removed...
Completely changed.
He removed a ton. He added a bunch.
Yeah, because he found that I have bacteria and yeast in my intestinal tract, all in my bowels and everything. Who knows what it's from? I even noticed, I was telling you, I noticed this white film on my tongue about a month ago, and I just started feeling down. And it literally can come from anywhere. And with my bowels not working properly, my stomach swelling up, it's like a feeding ground. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
What do they call it, for
breeding ground. Yeah. Feeding ground too, I guess.
Same thing, right?
We've talked about this before, because poo, if you're not expelling properly, your body's not working properly.
No.
This is toxic. When you eat food and it gets broken down, it's toxic. It needs to get out of your
system. And you need to be regular, at least once a day.
Yeah. And not even just food. Your body, when it absorbs toxins, bile is excreted, and it's absorbed because toxins are fat soluble. So it goes into the bile, and then it finds the appropriate system that it needs to get to, and then it's expelled out of your body. So whether that's sweat or pee or poo or whatever, you're getting it out of your system. So, you know, if you are not going properly, or for someone like me who doesn't drink nearly enough water and I'm not peeing nearly enough, it's like a wonder I don't have UTIs or like bladder infections. I have had under 5 in my entire life.
Bladder infections?
Like 2 or 3, But I've got friends who used to have them monthly. Like all the time. So I don't know how on my
I think I only had a few.
But you think like if you didn't drink enough water, it would be
actually and
dry in there.
When my body was just deteriorating through the cancer, I ended up getting one, and the doctor was like, because I was like, I don't want to go on any more pills, please. He's like, just drink water. He's like, just drink liquid and it will flush it out. That's all you really need. I know, right? And then they always push the pills and stuff like that, right? So I'm like, okay. And I did. I drank a lot of liquids. I had the cranberry juice. And I mean, it probably took a little bit longer if I was, you know.
Than if you were just on antibiotics. But
but I didn't want them anymore. You know how many times I've been on antibiotics this year?
Between you and I, we are keeping the pharmaceutical companies afloat here in Alberta.
And with all the surgeries, too, between you and me.
Literally. I know, and I have so many more planned to like get things back to where they need to be. Yeah.
I know, right?
I'm glad we don't pay for it. Anyway,
another
topic for
another episode.
So back to healing crises at Herxheimer. The Herxheimer reaction is very interesting because if you say it to your doctor, they're going to look at you. So, for example, in early November, so I had finished chemo October 16th. What is that noise?
I don't know.
Is Andrew blending food?
I don't know what that was. That was something.
So loud in the microphone.
Interesting.
Okay. Anyways, in October, 16th or something, I finished my 6 rounds of chemo, my really hard stuff. And we went away on vacation to treat myself. We came back and I started with my naturopath doing high dose vitamin C and I think we talked about this before. It wasn't just vitamin C, it had magnesium and acetylcysteine, which is known for detoxing as well, and it had like CoQ10 and like all kinds of stuff in there. I have pictures, I'd have to look at it to try and remember, but all kinds of stuff. And so it was to boost my immune system and to detox what I had in me. My body did not handle it well. Like, I had to get the doses adjusted a bunch of times. I was also on ozone therapy as well. And I was so sick, and I was progressively getting sicker. So I did 2 weeks of that. So I think I had 5 or 6, maybe I did 3 weeks. I can't remember. Such a blur now.
Rounds of the IV? Yeah,
I was going 2 times a week. So I must have had 5 or 6, before I was like, I can't do this anymore. And at $200 a pop, like,
right,
I couldn't afford it anymore anyway. I went in, I was so sick, and they're like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? I said, no, I'm not okay. I feel sick. I feel like I've just hit like detox. I feel dehydrated. And then so they had asked like what my day the night before, because I had seen them the day before, what it had consisted of. So I had done a coffee enema, which is dehydrating. I sat in my sauna for the first time in months and months and months, dehydrating, and I had this IV bag, and plus I don't drink water.
I was just about to say, and the water.
Also that. And I remember that the first day of the 2 days back to back that I went there, she had such a hard time finding a vein, and she said, make sure you drink a ton of water tonight so that tomorrow when you come back, I don't have this problem. So I did. I drank a ton. And that was honestly like a saving grace for me, because I probably would have had to go to the hospital because I was so dehydrated from all of that. So that's what I thought it was. So I went in and they adjusted everything, and they were like, okay, like it's obviously just too hard on your system. We're going to cut back on the N-acetylcysteine because that's, you know, the detoxer, and we're going to change a few things and add, they added a lidocaine, which is like numbing cream. They're like, because I had this headache that had started. And so I thought, okay, like I trust the process, trust my naturopath, trust the nurses that work there. And it just wasn't getting better. And so the next week I came in and I was so sick, and they could tell, like I was so sick. And I came in bald, so that might have been their first indicator, because I don't really go anywhere. Not then, when I was, you know, Franklin the turtle. And so I had to have my husband come with me, because I was like, I can't drive, like I can't do this on my own. and they couldn't really figure out what was going on. Again, they thought it was dehydration. They adjusted everything, and I went home and I was like, okay, it's going to get better. It didn't get better. It just kept getting worse. And at this point, we're now into, I think it was around November 19th, because that's my mom's 60th birthday, and we all went out for a big dinner. My brother, his kids, me, my kids, Andrew, my dad, and we went out for dinner, and I got there, and I just didn't feel right, and I was off, and I kept going to the bathroom, like, in this restaurant, like, trying to make myself throw up or go number 2 or whatever, and nothing was happening. I just, like, felt, like, off. Like, it's hard to explain.
It is hard to explain. That's like when I came in, and I'm like,
yeah, you said that. You're like, I don't know how to describe it. And I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about. So, you know, my parents were like, are you okay? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. And at this point, I'd had this headache for 2 straight weeks. And it was so bad. And it was pounding. And I don't get migraines or anything like that. 2 straight weeks of this. And then also my heart. I told you last week I got a wonky heart. It was just doing some weird stuff as well. And so, like, when your heart starts to pound weird, like, you feel unwell in general. And so I had been reading on everything, and of course I was pretty convinced, like, the cancer has spread to the brain, because that's a normal metastasis spot. Remember that? It's a normal metastasis spot from breast to brain. And because of the Herceptin drug that I was on, heart failure is another possibility. And I thought I had both. And I had to leave my mom's 60th birthday with all the family. I was, like, in tears, and I was like, I gotta go. And Andrew drove me to the Misericordia Hospital, and I waited there. And in the waiting room, I kid you not, this was the first time in 2 weeks that my headache started to go away. In the waiting room. And then I'm like, why am I even here? And my heart stopped doing that weird thing.
Because maybe your body was like, oh, we're going to get help.
That's what Andrew said. Like, maybe you feel safe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, maybe. And so they finally got me in. They did a bunch of tests. They gave me a CT scan. And I remember just being so tired. And at this point, it's like 1 a.m. And the doctor coming back. And he was like, your CT was clear. And I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, I legitimately thought that it had gone to my brain. And he booked me in for an MRI just to be safe. But I didn't get that till, like, months later. Yeah, I was, like, so concerned. And I said to one of the nurses, do you think it's a Herxheimer? Because my friend had suggested that a couple days earlier, and she's like, I have no idea what that is. So then I suggested it to the doctor. Could I be having a Herxheimer reaction? He had no idea what I was talking about. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm a crazy person. It's like when I was in the ER and I told them I did coffee enemas, and they all looked at me like I'm a psychopath. Like,
when I was explaining this to even my doctor, she's like,
yeah, exactly. This is very frustrating.
Like, I don't feel well.
It's frustrating when you know that something's wrong and nobody understands it. And it's so funny, because the next time I saw Dr. Lana after that, this is our live blood analysis lady, she was like, oh, you were having a healing crisis. And I was like, what's that? She's like, a Herxheimer. And I was like, okay, yes. Like, this is a real thing. And she explained, like, everything to me that I was feeling, and I was like, yes, okay, somebody knows it. And then I told my naturopath this the next time I talked to him, and he's like, yeah, that's for sure what it was. So my friend had said, look into a Herxheimer reaction and see if it lines up for you. And of course it did. The symptoms really did. And she said, you're going to want to take a binder. So I'll get into that after, but I wanted to just read about what Herxheimer was here. I've written it down. I'm, like, very last minute prepared, since we just decided what we were doing. So basically, a Herx is when there's a greater prevalence of endotoxins in your body, and they're released when harmful microorganisms and bacteria are destroyed or die off.
And that makes so much sense.
Ashley, on a new protocol, and the old protocol's taken out of her system, she's kind of putting her body into shock. This bacteria in your gut is probably like, well,
and literally, like I was saying to you earlier, I was watching our last video, and I was like, our last episode, I was completely out of it. And that's when it was kind of all starting. You know, it was already a week prior to that of being on the protocol, and my body's just done. And it has to be dying off. You know, the yeast is dying off, the bacteria is dying off,
the toxins
are leaving my body, and it literally took the light. It still is. You know,
so it's saying that as harmful or damaging bacteria is destroyed, they release previously contained endotoxins into your bloodstream. So that's like a perfect example with chemo. And when I had it, chemo is so hard on the body. It's so toxic, right? It's poison. But your body does a really great job of absorbing it, whether it encapsulates it in your lymph nodes or, the bile grabs it and spits it out. Yeah. So if it's in your body not hurting you, that's great. But once you disturb it, it's going to spit it back out again. And that's why you're feeling it over again. Like it honestly kind of did feel like I was going through chemo again, or worse. Like I said, I thought it was brain cancer. Like, because it hurts so bad. Like I didn't get really bad. Well, I did get headaches for a few days on chemo, like the first few 3-4 days, but then I'd be good for 2.5 weeks. But this was a consistent 2 weeks of a migraine, and I was like, there is no way that like I'm doing this again. Like I can't go through this again. So it makes sense.
It completely does. Yeah.
Yeah. The rapid destruction of bacteria causes an increase of endotoxins, resulting in an increase of toxicity in your body. Your immune system then responds by triggering acute immune response, causing inflammation throughout the whole body. And as we've said on multiple episodes, inflammation is so hard on your body.
And it's a silent killer.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Oh, yeah. And it all makes sense to me. Because, and I'm tired. I'm tired. I have no energy. And because my body's trying to heal, right? So all I want to do is sleep. Even my brain function.
It's slowed down, right?
Completely.
You're feeling fogged out.
Yeah, like this is like when I was going through cancer, but it's like 50 times worse right now, even though it was this way when I had cancer, and then it's calmed down and now it's back, and then I'm like, oh my god.
You know why? Because I think going through cancer is a chronic condition, and what you're going through is an acute condition, and when it's acute, I think it's more like
and cancer is like a shock. Like I think I rode that where I was in shock for so long. Right. I was like, I don't have it. What?
You're in
cancer?
fighter mode.
Right? Fight or flight.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's good. And right now, I'm like, even sitting here, my body, my hands, I just want to go back to bed. I was actually sleeping before I came here.
You could have canceled. But then we would have had nothing for Tuesday. So.
Tuesday would have, no, I had to come. It was even a chore to put makeup on. I haven't put makeup on since last episode.
Just as an aside, speaking of makeup, did you notice I took off all my lashes?
No.
And it took all of them with it. Take a look. I have nothing left. I had to put on makeup because that's why I'm wearing glasses today. Okay. It's not that I need them to see. I need them to cover up my bald chicken face. Good. Girl.
If I didn't notice.
I decided that I was over the lashes. I said last episode, I don't like how they feel, and I just kept picking at them, trying to get loose ones off. I took them off yesterday, and I was like, what have I done? I have these like little eyes. Like this morning when I was doing the Going On Daily podcast, the one that I host, and it's 7 a.m. It's too early for me to be doing anything, but I'm looking at myself, and my eyes are like these 2 little dots in my face. That's what my face looked like right there. Look in the camera. That's what I'm like. That's what I look like.
You think you do. I still think you look pretty.
Well, I put makeup on and I put on clothes and I changed my hair and whatever else. She wanted me to go all full Karen today.
She looked full great when I came in the house as Karen.
I was messing with it today because the wig hair gets a little wild, so I had taken off my wig and it was everywhere. But anyway, we were talking Herxheimer. It was saying that it's a worsening of current symptoms or the development of new symptoms, which is crazy because you're thinking, no, I'm healing, I'm getting better, I'm doing something. So it was saying in everything that I was reading, and again, when I was sick, continue on the protocol, even though it's hard and it's scary and it's like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. It's usually a sign that it's actually working when you're feeling like that. So, and it was also saying it can last a week up to multiple months, depending on what you're going through. Lyme disease, I guess, is one of those ones that can last for a really long time when you're in a healing crisis. I don't know where cancer falls. I guess every individual is different because our bodies are different. We've absorbed so many different toxins in that time. But some of the common symptoms that can develop or even worsen due to Herxheimer reaction.
I think.
Pretty much all of them for Ashley. And I went through the same thing. Bloating, brain fog, chills, cold sweats, constipation, cramps, diarrhea, fatigue, fever, headaches, irritability, joint pain, lethargy, being tired, muscle pain, nausea, skin irritation, sore throat. So
that's a lot. And pretty much, except for a sore throat, I think.
I could see that too, though, because when you feel run down and you just feel like you're getting sick, I think that's probably something very similar.
Well, that's like how I felt when I was here, like the flu symptoms, you know, and it makes sense.
Yeah, it says that these symptoms can develop within hours of having a treatment up to a couple weeks after. I mean, it really just depends. It says depending on where the bacteria was in your body, it could take much longer to develop, which is so interesting.
Mine was within a few days. It was just like, and then it hit me. Like, I got hit by a bus.
Yeah, and then add the grounding sheets into it, right?
I had to stop that. It was when I woke up, I was just, 2 days ago, I'm like, can't.
Like, did a bus hit me?
Yeah, I was like, did I even sleep? Like, what's going on? And then I was like, I can't do this. I'm like, I had to turn off my grounding sheets. I'm like, I can't do this right now.
So I'm like, I don't know. For like the average person who, you know, isn't detoxing, isn't going through something, the grounding sheets are going to work really nicely for you. But if you are going through a detox, I think it's just too much at one time.
It really is.
Yeah, I still need to get some. I want to try them with Andrew, who's not detoxing. I would be nervous for me just because I feel pretty sensitive after everything that I've gone through. And since, you know, my last immunotherapy, chemotherapy, whatever, Herceptin was only a couple weeks ago, I'm still on the fence, right? Yeah. But then again, it's like I would like to get that out of my body. My heart's been doing all kinds of wonky stuff the last few weeks. So I assume it's probably because I've had 17 treatments of Herceptin plus another 6 in Mexico, so
that's a lot.
23 treatments of Herceptin, which is known to cause heart failure. So, you know, I would like to just get it out of my system, but also just go tread cautiously.
Exactly.
So some of the ways that you can reduce the Herxheimer reaction is by drinking lots of liquids, limiting your exposure to toxins. You know, it's not always feasible. Like, for example, if you worked in some industrial setting, if you were an industrial painter, something like that, where you were exposed to those sort of fumes and VOCs and chemicals, then that's where I think you'd want to limit your exposure to them. Sleep more.
Sleep more.
Well, because your body knows. Your body knows what it needs.
Right? I have been sleeping for days.
Because when you go to bed, that's your time to heal and repair.
Right. And that's what we talk about, is when you sleep and you get a good night's sleep, you're healing.
And yet here I am still running off 5 hours of sleep a night.
I do it.
I'm a psychopath.
I'm at 8, but since the last couple of weeks, I swear I'm at like 12. Plus my naps during the day. What?
You don't have a Fitbit that tracks your sleep?
No.
Mine is very consistently, even before I got sick, 5
What's a
to
Fitbit?
6.
You put it on your head?
Yeah, like one of these watches. It tracks your steps. It tracks your heart rate.
I've never been a watch. I'm like, look how little these things are.
Those are tiny. Also, we found out today that we are hand twins.
Yes, your daughter.
My daughter is on her way to Kelowna for a track meet, and she texted me bright and early this morning. Yeah. You and Ashley are hand twins. And I was like, pardon? Good morning. How's your trip? And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, look at your hands. They're the same. And I'm like, you're obviously crazy, because like, what a weird thing to notice. Right? And then she sends me screenshots of your hands and then of my hands. The picture she sends me, I'm like full double chin. I'm like, hey, like, why would you find that picture? Why do you even have that picture? There's no way I ever posted that.
Oh, that's so funny.
But then we compared.
They're the exact same size.
She's like, you have the same wrinkles, the same tone, the same. Mine are like a little thicker, a little wrinklier. But they look pretty similar. They're the same size. Well, I was just in Vegas. So
that's true.
Maybe my hands got... Anyway, hand twins. In case anyone's wondering, if anyone wants to hire hand twins. Did you ever watch Friends back in the day?
Yeah, I watched Friends.
I want to say they had a hand twin.
Did they? I'm going to Google it.
Was it Friends? Now I don't remember. Gosh, I don't remember anything anymore. Sleep more.
Yeah, sleep more.
Use a probiotic. This says finish out strong, so I'm guessing that means just like stick with the protocol and don't give up on it. Now, another thing that we were starting to talk about was binders. So binders are basically something that you put in your body to absorb that toxin to help get it out. So I'm just going to read just instead of paraphrasing. So your liver is your main detox organ, as we know. It can remove toxic chemicals on its own. It does this by creating bile, a digestive fluid that flows from the liver through the intestines to help break down the fats for digestion and absorption. So we did talk about that already. Toxins are fat soluble, so they enter into the bile. In a perfect world, the toxins would move through the intestines with the bile and out of the body through the stool. Unfortunately, your gut lining is made of delicate tissue with veins and nerves that can pick up these toxins and recirculate them, which is exactly what we're talking about. And this comes from a website called Imminence Health. So this is where binders come in. Binders attach to the toxic metals, the chemicals, the biotoxins, and more to shuttle them safely out of the digestive tract without the risk of reabsorption and recirculation. Binders also reduce stress on other elimination and detox organs and help prevent Herxheimer's and Brax inflammatory. What did I say? Brax?
I heard it.
I'm going to do that one again. Binders also reduce stress on other elimination and detox organs and help prevent Herxheimer's, in brackets, inflammatory reactions and uncomfortable detox symptoms. They can be all different things. So I gave Ashley a bentonite clay just because I have it here. I use it on my skin, actually. It's a clay mask is what it is. It comes from the earth. It's all natural, that one I got you, organic. And I put it in my bath sometimes. I drink it sometimes.
I've done a detox in my...
Yeah, in your bath, right? Yeah, so chlorella, which Ashley loves, if you remember from the Ashley supplement episode, that is her favorite.
Yeah.
And that one comes from blue-green algae, and it's really rich in vitamins, minerals, amino acids, omega-3 fatty acids. And that one easily binds to heavy metals, pesticides, herbicides, mold, mycotoxins, and VOCs. So that's an easy one. Because it's so well tolerated, you can be on it for long term. Charcoal is another one, activated charcoal. That comes from things like coconut, bamboo, or peat. I guess that's like peat moss. Is that like dirt? Anyway, it's another binder, but it... Do you hear squeaking?
No, it's not me.
Non-stop. Maybe it's me.
You see, I'm moving.
I know. I hate this. I bought this table and now I hate it. Anyway, so the charcoal, it's a fine powder. It's ground up from those things I listed, coconut shells. And it is harder on the system, so you can only take it for like max 3 days because it's also going to deplete other minerals in your system. It's not just going to take out toxins. So they're saying if you do a charcoal binder, 3 days max, take it out for 2 or 3 weeks, and then put it back in. Charcoal binders are good for acute issues like what you're going through, not long-term like the chlorella is. Clay and zeolites, so the bentonite clay would fall under this. It's kind of in between the charcoal and the chlorella. It's middle ground, easily taken. So I would only do it, well, you could do it longer term, it says, maybe a couple weeks, but I've given it Ashley enough for like 3 or 4 days. Plus we'll do charcoal for 3 or 4 days as well and see if that works. I know that when I was going through this, it worked like a dream for me. It's literally the only thing. And I, looking back, like when I started to feel better, sitting in the hospital waiting room, it's because I had taken it like for a day or two leading up to this. But
it also makes sense because my liver's not working. So my liver is not actually able to get the toxins out. So now if I have this binder, it'll be easier on my liver and my body to get it out. I'm thinking that your liver is... You know, it's doing the processes it needs to, but it's probably really sluggish. And it's overworked from the cancer and the yeast and the bacteria, the mold, the parasites, everything that I had prior. Every CT dye, every PET scan. I've had 2 PET scans and like 50. And do they use radioactive dye as well? Oh, yeah. Oh. And I was on a trial. For a PET scan, I had to sign a waiver. Oh my gosh. I remember. That's the only one that was going to work for me, apparently. When I was deciding if I wanted to do chemo or not do chemo, my friend found this woman on Reddit who was like pro and was like, why don't you reach out to her and talk to her and see? And so she was lovely, and she also helped convince me that it was okay that I could do chemo. But she was like, and as soon as you're done chemo, we'll get you signed up for all kinds of trials. And I was like, excuse me? I just was like, okay, because I did not let on how like down the rabbit hole I was. And I was like, trials. She's like, yeah, I'm on this trial and on that trial. I'm thinking of my mother-in-law who had cancer and did a trial drug and lost half of her jaw, completely necroted. I can't remember if we were talking about that. I don't know if we talked about that. Who knows? Who can remember anything? But her jaw, like the whole half of it, the bone necroted, and she had to pay because not covered by healthcare because is your jaw cosmetic? I don't know. I know when I've had jaw surgery, you have to pay because it's not
considered...
That's a part of your body that's all messed up now.
Yeah. So, yeah, she had to get it completely repaired. And they had said in this trial, I think 1 in 100,000 or 1 in 1 million people might have a reaction.
Oh, no.
Well, this doctor alone in Edmonton had multiple patients who had been on this drug and that he was doing this too. And also, I want to say it was around 30 grand to replace her jaw.
Oh, my land.
Her insurance paid for half of it, I think. But anyway, that's not my business to share. But either way, trial drugs make me nervous.
Right.
And because who knows what's going in your body, right? When the approved ones cause heart failure and cancer and everything else.
Remember that, people. Remember that when you're...
As we say all the time, just do your research on what you're putting in your body. You know, you can trust your doctor if you want to. That's your prerogative. But, like, understand that he's not God or she's not God, and they don't have all of the answers. They know what they've learned. Have been taught. They know what they've been taught by, you know, pharmaceutical reps or by other doctors.
Rockefellers.
Wow. Ashley. Don't get me started.
Just
another side note. So, as they all are side notes. So, I do another...
I went down that rabbit hole.
Well, I love those rabbit holes.
Right.
Dave, who came by to pick up his old mixer, him and I love the conspiracies. He thanks us for the shout out. We talked about the devil's cord. Remember that noise? He was thankful that we brought that up, and he told me the actual name of it.
And thank you, Dave, for letting us borrow to start it out.
Yeah. But on this other podcast that I host, I like to do, like, not pop culture, but just like a culture topic, a health topic, and a conspiracy topic, because I got to do 3 every time. And so today it was on Taylor Swift and this, like, insane popularity that's, like, out of nowhere. And I'm like, well, the internet thinks she's a clone of the so-and-so from the Church of Satan.
She's not my biggest fan. I mean, I'm not her biggest fan.
Like, that she was your biggest fan. That'd be pretty awesome.
I wish. Come on, Taylor. Start watching her shit.
I think her music is just fine. It's catchy, and that's about how I feel.
I don't listen to it. I can't stand it.
Oh, really?
It's not my thing. Everyone has their own thing.
Right.
Sorry for you Swifties, or what are they called?
They'll come Swifties. They will come for you. They will burn you at the stake, okay?
Well, I've already almost experienced that, so whatever.
Yeah, what could possibly be worse than what we just went through?
Right. I mean, everyone has their own things. When I went through my sickness, I've been a country girl, and I love it.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Country music. I mean,
it was soothing for my soul. I mean, I don't know.
When I'm newly in love, I love country music.
Cute.
And when I'm newly broken up, I hate country music.
I guess
because it seems like the few, not including my husband, because he's like the ultimate love of my life, but like the times that I've thought I've been with the loves of my life, they've loved country music, right?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. There's 2, maybe not the loves of my life, but 2 that I really liked or really cared about at the time. They both really loved country music, and so they would,
I probably ruined it for you.
You know what? This is no, I'm going to tell you this off. Okay. No, this is a terrible story. I will tell you that off. But anyway, I like country music, like a 7 out of 10. That's how I feel about country music. I like pop music. I like classic rock. I really like classic rock. I like Christian music. I like classical music. I mean,
I don't mind at all. Just what I've been my go-to.
Yeah. I don't love rap unless it's like the Chronic 2001 Dr. Dre.
I can't get into the Taylor one. Have you been... So funny.
That's fine. I can't either.
Have you guys seen where she pulls her snots? And like,
no.
Last week. It's so gross.
No.
Yeah.
So,
oh god.
That's disgusting. I mean, it happens. We're human. We all have snot.
We're human, but to watch it,
Taylor Swift, you're perfect. You don't snot in public.
Yeah,
but then you think about how these celebrities, they poo. And they've got cellulite, they've got nose hair, and they've got everything else because they're just human. Right? Yeah. It's funny to think about.
It is.
One thing about her, this is not a Taylor Swift episode, but somehow here we are. There was this video I saw this week, and she was on stage in her concert, and she was like, F F the patriarchy, F the patriarchy, and like the whole crowd. And like, keep in mind, there's a diverse range of people who go to her shows, but a lot of them are children.
I know.
My 11-year-old loves Taylor Swift. And you're teaching them F the patriarchy, even if there is maybe something inherently wrong with the patriarchy, or you hate how America or North America was founded, whatever. These are not topics for children.
No. Yeah. Come on, let our kids be kids and let them go play in the dirt.
And we've immediately cut out half of our audience. Do you want to hear what Andrew did to me yesterday?
Yes.
So
please.
I quite often have no clothes on at home. Why? They're cumbersome, and I don't like how they feel. And probably because I've gained so much weight, nothing feels good.
Well, and when your skin burns and hurts, like, why do you want to put something on it?
Yeah, like a bra, I hate it. And I have to because I need to put a fake boob in there, but like it hurts so bad in my incisions. So anyway, I was laying in my bed yesterday. I was so tired. I was just chilling with no pants on. And my kids have grown up seeing this, so yeah, it's probably weird that my 13 and 11-year-olds see me with no pants, but like, I just don't.
But they're also girls.
They're girls,
right? I think it'd be a boy, it'd be different.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And they're always like, Mom, put pants on. My one is always like, ew, your booty hole. And I'm like, shut up, you can't even see it. Or your cooch and your booty hole, that's what she always says. I'm like, shut up, get out of here. Anyways, I'm laying on the couch, or on the bed yesterday. I have my legs closed. I'm pretty sure I have like a little blanket over top as well. And London is talking to me, or was it Eden? Now I don't remember. One of my kids was talking to me. And Andrew walks in, grabs my one leg, and just pulls it to the side. So just... and I see my kid's face like... I'm like, what did you do? And he's laughing. He thinks it's so funny. Thing ever. Yeah. So, I mean, in that situation, like my kid had to... see and hear things that she did not want to hear about, but like, at least, I don't know, I'm not telling her about Andrew's and my sex life. Anyway, we'll have to stop talking about that. Maybe I edit it all out. I don't know. Maybe
we'll just leave it. I have nothing against Taylor Swift. I don't know why I said it. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, it's not my thing either.
My boyfriend's handsome.
Oh, he's a babe. Yeah, I agree with you there. But he's also the face of Pfizer.
What?
Did you not know?
Oh, okay, we gotta stop this episode. I can't do it.
I know. Yeah, this could go on forever. Do we just have a conspiracy episode? People here for the cancer, but stay for the conspiracy.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, everything is so connected to me. Like, everything is like, it comes from the top and it trickles down and it is all interweaved into each other.
Wow, I did not know that. Well, he's not as handsome as I thought he was. I'm just kidding.
He's handsome, but he is a huge pussy.
We might have to edit this one.
We're not. No. If we're going to keep stuff in, we're keeping it all in, okay? This is authentic, and this is who Ashley and I actually are.
Yeah.
So, a healing crisis.
Hey, at least we didn't talk about our bowel movements this time.
Not
really.
Personally, like other people. We've said it. We've said
we did, but we
multiple times.
But we weren't like... Anyways... I don't know, on that note.
I love us sometimes. So, takeaways of today's topic. If you feel like you are getting worse when you should be getting better and you're on protocols, it's probably a healing crisis. Your doctor, unless he is down the holistic rabbit holes, is probably not going to know what a healing crisis or a Herxheimer reaction is, or Herxing. He's probably going to look at you like you're crazy, which, I mean, it's just like... But it's not even like necessarily you need science for this. Like, it's common sense.
It is. It really, as soon as you said it and you explained it to me, I was like, that's it. That's it.
Like, you don't need to have degrees and doctorates to understand that, like, when your body goes through some stuff, if it's not spitting it out properly, it's going to reabsorb. Like, it makes perfect sense.
Oh, it does.
But, yeah, so if you're feeling that way...
now.
Yeah, it's just because it's a super old table. Maybe it's the chairs. Anyway, whatever. One day we'll have a whole setup, and that's fine.
One day we will.
Ashley's gonna buy us a studio.
One day, we're both gonna do it, because you know what? We're gonna become somebody's.
One day,
hey, if you don't dream,
that's right.
You're not gonna get there.
What did we say last time? Our body hears it.
Yeah, so we're gonna be famous. Okay, maybe not that far.
I don't know if I want to be famous. Just rich is fine. I'm too like chaotic and like erratic to be famous, you know, like my PR team would have a heyday with me. Like, I would just say things and they'd be like, really? Like, you're famous, you have a platform? And I'd be
But that's just who we are.
yeah, you do too. You say just as much bad stuff as I do.
My opinion.
Yeah.
There are opinions.
Well, you can't ostracise someone for their opinion, can you? Well, society does, but you shouldn't, because everyone's entitled to their opinion.
It's entitled, and some are mean, but you're allowed to have it.
Yeah, we are 100% allowed to have an opinion, and I love that everyone has an opinion, and I respect everyone's opinion, even if I don't agree with it. And we ask for the same thing. If you don't agree with our opinion, that's okay. Just respect us and appreciate that we're human beings and we all have a choice.
That's right. What a great episode.
What a great episode. It felt so organic. And it was because it was like on
It was. I literally came in here bitching and complaining, and I was like, I don't I can't do this.
Look how energized you are now. Is the charcoal working? Or the bentonite clay?
Something's working because I feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I love it. It's good. I love holistic.
Me too.
It's the best.
Okay,
well, check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. I forgot what we were on.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Anywhere.
Everything.
Yes.
Like, follow, share, subscribe.
One day we'll get a Patreon. We'll have like stuff to sell. That would be fun.
We're working on that.
Yeah, we're just so tired.
I haven't been able to do anything this week.
No. If you're wondering why there's nothing posted on Instagram, it's because we're so tired. Just
I actually apologized when I got here. I said, sorry, I can't get my shit together this week.
Totally fine. I posted videos of me shaving my head last year because it had been almost a year, and it came up in my memories. Oh my gosh, did I ever bawl watching it? I was like,
I know. It was hard for me to watch it.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Like, I watched my one that I have pinned at the top of my Instagram with my big tummy, and I just, every time I watch that one, I just cry.
It's hard because you remember how terrible it was going through that. Yeah.
And then my, like, being cut open every time, and then how I was treated, and oh god,
made to feel like you're cray. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, have a wonderful week, everybody.
We will be back us
next Tuesday as usual with some other inspired topic.
Thank you guys.
Bye.